Hey guys, look at my amity. Look at that amity. Cause it's amity.
Hi! So today we thought we'd film a video because I just finished reading Divergent!
I'm a Divergent hipster, I have to say that. I was like on that Divergent train before everybody else, so.
I wasn't really into it. I had better things to do. No, I'm joking. No, I just didn't put it as like a priority, so I just never thought to read it. And then I saw the trailer, and when I saw the trailer, I thought Divergent was gonna be like about this girl that lives in a world where there's different factions and you have to sort of fit into one, and she didn't fit into one, so then this secret club of all Divergents thought they would help her because they found out that she was different and they were all different. And I saw the whole dauntless training as in they're all Divergents and they're gonna fight against all the other factions.
I guess
that's what I got from the trailer.
That's understandable. The trailer does kind of give that idea.
And then I saw it and I literally came out like wanting to grab something, wanting to just be someone so much. I just felt so inspired. I was like sad, happy, feeling like laughing, feeling like running. I just felt so inspired after. I was a spokesperson for Divergent. I was like, everyone should see it.
She was telling everybody, like, this is the
so
best
good.
movie in the world.
It is one of my favourite. But now after I read the book, I'm questioning the film. I'm glad I saw the film before I read the book because the film misses out so much. It's just, like, how did you feel?
I thought the film was okay. I thought it was a good film on its own, but it wasn't a good book to movie adaptation.
Yeah, I think they're very different. The book and the film are so different. If you
They're
judge them
both good, but for different reasons.
They're both amazing, I think. But when you compare them together, as in like the same piece of art, the same story, everything like that, it's just so different. And then I look back, like, how did I even understand it?
I know, that was my main question. I was like, how did you get anything from this movie? I mean, they don't say anything.
If you're like 1% of people that hasn't seen the movie, you should definitely see it. And I would suggest seeing the movie first before reading the book. I know everyone's always says, no, read the book first, but I think see the film, because I think that if you read a book first, you'd be more, and you like it, you'd be more disappointed, because obviously the book has more detail in it. I'm glad I saw the film first, because when I read the book, I just found out so much, and I was like, oh my days. But if you sort of read the book and then you see the film, you just think they've missed so much.
Okay, goodbye, non-spoiler. Hello, spoilery people.
That was good.
Okay. Let's start off with the characters in Divergent.
Yes.
How do you think they did?
Can I just say, everyone except of Caleb, hands down to Caleb, because
Hansel Elgort did a great job with Caleb.
Yeah, he's exactly the same. He's exactly the same as the Caleb in the book. And I would just like to say as well, I watched The Fault in Our Stars yesterday.
I haven't seen it. Oh. Okay, carry on.
And like,
I'm gonna go see it Sunday.
He seems like a different. Obviously, as an actor, you need to play different characters, and it seems like an obvious thing, like, oh, he's a different person. But I feel like, what's her name, Charlene Woodley?
Shailene. Yeah, it's close.
Yeah, I feel like she's the same person in every. Like, I love her films. Don't get me wrong, I love her films, and I liked her in Fault in Our Stars. But she's the same. She's just Triss again. And in the what's the other film with the one that plays Peter? Why am I forgetting
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Spectacular Now. Those three films, she's the same, and also that series that she was on.
The American Teenager
thing.
Something.
All the same person. Like, literally, she's the same person. But I think with like the person that played Caleb and Augustus, like, them two are completely two different characters, and you believe each character. But yeah, but then back to Divergent anyway. Triss, I would say, like, she's so much more, like, she's meaner, she lies a lot more, she's braver, she's just, I think in the book, what would you say? She's so different.
I feel like she's tougher in the movie than she is in the book. Because I feel like she doesn't learn anything in the movie. I feel like she just goes there and she's great at everything. Well, she's not, obviously, she can't fight originally, and then she learns how to fight.
Oh, I see
but
what
apart
you
from
mean.
that, I feel like it's really quick the way she learns stuff. In the book, she like fails and fails and fails, and then she gets it. And then you're like,
when I read
yes,
it, I know that
yes, Tris, you get really into it.
I
You're
know
so
I
proud
saw
of her.
the film, but when I read it and I saw that she was first, I was literally like, yeah. I was so happy, and I was so kind of surprised because I was trying to go in the book with like a fresh mind, even though I knew it was gonna happen. But yeah, I was so surprised. I think the thing is with the film, like in the beginning when she's about to choose which faction she goes into, she like, I feel like she's just so dauntless because from the beginning she looks at them and she's like, I want to be them, I want to be dauntless.
And then
so you know she's gonna.
And when she's young,
but
she's
like,
seeing them running across, and she's like, you can tell that she's going to choose.
You just know, but in the book,
you're like,
you think she's gonna pick abnegation
because she's like, it's a family and stuff.
Yeah,
and like she's smart enough to be an erudite as well.
It's just, I think it's tougher. You can see her in all three, but you still think she's gonna pick abnegation out of like guilt or something like that. It's just, that's why, like, I don't know, I see what you mean. So like in the beginning I feel like she's more abnegation, but in the book as it goes on she turns so much more dauntless and ruthless. Like when she wants to like kill Peter and Molly.
Yeah, and
like,
she's like, I'm gonna kill them.
And then like she's already down, and then Four has to be like, stop, Tris. Like you beat her. Like she's just so tough.
Speaking of Four, I personally like Theo.
I think it's kind of awkward for you to talk about my boyfriend like that.
It's because he's in Downton Abbey. Did you know that?
Oh my god. I think if I was him, I would be so annoyed how everyone keeps on saying that.
He played Mr. Pamuk, and that's all I can think of when I see him. I love him. I think the Four in the movie is still really good, but it's different from the Four in the book.
Both. They're different, but I love both. I love, like, I can't pick between each one. It's like different sides.
Sassier and funnier in the book than he is.
He's more realistic in the book, I think, because he's kind of more tough in the film.
Just congratulations to Veronica Roth, because she did such a good job of making the characters realistic. Like, you feel like these are real people.
I just remembered something.
What?
Oh my days, the way this book had me. Like when Tris was like, when Forward says that he loved Tris at that moment. It was so cute. That was so cute.
Speaking of like characters and stuff, I feel like with Tris and Four, in the book, it was such a slow progression for their relationship.
I
like that. They would be like cuddling in a hallway or something, and then they would be like, I don't know if he likes
that
me.
Was really
I don't know if she likes me.
I like that it was slow, but I didn't like how they were pretending like, it's like, come on, I don't hold hands and kiss my friends. I don't know about you, but and also when I'm reading the book, I feel like I'm sort of following them, like I'm there but they can't see me. So in that moment when she wants to see his tattoo, and then he's like, oh, you're asking me to take off my top, and then I'm just imagining myself there like, take your top off, take it off. I'm about to read Insurgent, and I don't want like something bad to happen and me not like Four, because I like him. I like Tris as well, but she's just a bit, some things she does are so questionable.
Yeah.
And Christina.
Let's talk about Christina first.
Yeah,
Christina. I didn't really like Christina in the movie.
I preferred her.
I preferred her in the book.
She seems so much more candor, but in like a negative way, and she's a bit patronising. And I
feel like that is Christina though, and you kind of learn to love her after a while. And one thing that annoyed me is that Christina was really short in the movie.
Like I was really surprised to read that she was tall.
It's a small thing, but it annoyed me. What's it called? Shailene.
You're doing it.
Yeah, I know. It's because you. I feel like she was way too big and tough looking. She wasn't like skinny and like girly enough.
She's taller than Christina.
She's taller than Christina. I know.
She's probably the same height as Ford. Peter in the film seemed like one of those annoying guys at school. That's just like so arrogant, like, but like it's just annoying, and you don't hate
really
them. You
look
don't dislike
twice
them.
at them. They're kind of just there.
They're just so annoying, and they're so self-centered. But in the book, he's evil.
You want to like go in and strangle him. And he gets away with everything, and you don't see that in the film.
At the end of it, they're just chilling with him. Oh, let's begin the next chapter.
Yeah.
My enemy. No. If you find Peter, tell me.
I was like, why did you take Peter with you? Why didn't you leave Peter and Marcus? No.
Just like, Peter, you can't stay with me. Oh, if you haven't noticed, by
our clothes, I'm rocking the Amity look with the red and the
We were just thinking about what faction we would be in, and she said Amity and I said Dauntless, but I think if I was like in Triss's scenario, I would pick Dauntless, but after reading the book, I would want to be in Candor. I may change my mind when I read Insurgent.
See, I think you'd be Divergent between Erudite, Candor, and Dauntless.
The psychology in me would be Erudite, and then the way I am is just Candor, and then the things I like to do are Dauntless.
See, for me, I would be Amity all the way. I just sit around playing my ukulele,
like,
and reading poetry.
If there's a situation, I'm just like, I want to sort it out, or I'm just sort of wanting to talk.
And then I'm like, let's just
love, let's chill.
Yeah.
Like, it will sort itself.
Yeah.
Al. How do I feel about him? I think he's exactly the same to me, the film and the book. So actually, there's two people that they got right.
I felt like
you know
his appearance. I thought he'd be more bigger and like sort of a friendly giant, kind of like, oh hey guys, but he was
The
just
BFG.
he looked too normal. Sorry.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, if I read the book, I would be expecting in the film for there to do like a whole like love triangle between Al, Triss.
Yeah, and they didn't show
Paul.
that much. Yeah, and I felt like the whole moment when she was like, yeah, if you come near me again, I'll kill you. I thought
like her better in the film actually.
I thought that bit was really well done. I was just like, Triss, what are you doing?
I thought I liked it so much better. I believed it, and she was kind of the way she was like, you coward, you like what? Like,
yeah.
Whoa. And he walks away like, which is something like you didn't have that in the book. When he gets hanged and stuff, that was so different because in the book he jumps off the chasm.
He jumps into the water and then he drowns. And then like the whole thing with them praising him for like committing suicide.
Yeah, that
wasn't in the movie at all.
That was so big. It says so much about like the Dauntless.
Yeah.
You learn so much more about the factions in the book.
I feel like this movie was made for people who had read the book.
The fact that they don't even have Uriah.
Uriah was the best character. He was literally, all the way through, he was my favourite character. Because he was funny, he was nice. Even though he was dauntless, he still accepted Triss. Oh my goodness.
I'm so excited to read Insurgent. I just want to get into it. And then all these questions that I have, just
because it took all the emotions from the book. And they used different ways to show them, like cinematography and music. The soundtrack is one of the best soundtracks of a film that I've seen in a really long time.
I don't normally remember a soundtrack.
Yeah.
So I think that speaks for it all. Like, it was so good.
The moment when Triss and Christina are being lifted up by everyone in Dauntless, I just felt like the music was pumping. I felt so happy for them. Exactly how I felt when I was reading the book, which is great.
I loved that they used the music so well, the cinematography, the shots, the lighting. I love that.
When Christina was hanging over the chasm, well, can we just talk about that? Because she was hanging on for like 20 seconds. In the book it was like 5 minutes, and then she was like slipping. No, I think it was 5.
Oh.
I don't know, maybe it was 2. And she was like slipping and she almost fell, and then Triss had to pull her up. I feel like that bit wasn't as dramatic in the film as it was in the book.
Like the whole stiff thing, I did not get that from the film at all. I didn't even think anything of stiff. I just thought they were being mean to her, but I didn't know it was something that was socially, like a social stigma that they had for like abnegations. I didn't know that they called every abnegation a stiff. Oh, you don't find out that Eric used to be in Erudite.
Yeah,
you don't find out that Marcus used to be in Amity.
The previous factions, I feel, speak volumes for the characters.
I love most about everything is learning about the factions. I don't know why I'm really into like society.
I love the politics of it.
Yeah, the politics of it. I love that. And I love the Ferris wheel scene. I loved, even though they cut basically the whole thing. I liked though in the film the bit after. Yeah, I liked that a lot more. The whole when the mother comes, what's it called?
Oh, the visiting day.
I like that in the book. I thought that was
bit was so important because it's like it's characters. I feel
the
like
mum didn't get weird. She didn't act like as an abnegation. If you are born there, you'd be like, oh my days, you've got a tattoo.
Which made it really obvious that her mum wasn't always in abnegation.
And she knew where to go.
I feel like they just didn't do that in the film. Why not? I don't know.
Triss seems more brave than Tobias in the books. Like, she kind of helps him, and like he cries. he cried.
Yeah.
And that was such a cute, that's probably my favourite moment. He was like, why didn't you shoot me? And then blah, blah, blah. Oh, and then he cries.
I just love their relationship. I feel like it works, like, it's not forced on you.
I'm just gonna say it. Divergent is better than Twilight. Divergent is better
It's
than
so
Hunger
much
Games.
better than Hunger Games.
Yes,
I
it
don't
is.
know.
Oh, what is? I don't understand the Hunger Games hype. I think the hype has made me like the Hunger Games less.
This
I'm
is
more
better than the
excited
Hunger
for
Games.
Insurgent than I am for the new Hunger Games film. I can't remember what it's called.
Mockingjay, it's coming
Mockingjay.
out next year, I think.
Yeah, I do like Hunger Games though. But like the ending I was gonna say of Divergent is so different. Like Tris goes into the control room and it's only Four's the only one, Tobias is the only one there, and it's a lot easier for them to like, because he does, like, you don't know as well that he's good with
But
computers.
I really liked the ending of the movie because I think that it worked.
Yeah, I like that better.
Getting Janine to do it, it worked in that like scenario.
And then
So they
you
were
have
both great, I thought. But carry on.
No, I think the film was better in that aspect. Even though I think the book is better, the film was better in that aspect because then you had like her training was involved when she like got the knife.
Yeah, that bit was
that was so good.
good.
And you just feel like, yes, go Tris, and be like, I'm on your team.
Janine, I forgot Janine was in the first book. That's how little she is in the first book. The one thing that annoyed me, that they didn't focus on like what was going on with like Erudite and Abnegation and like the battles between them, because it was such an important part of what happened at the end with Erudite like controlling all the Dauntless. So it's just crazy.
If you have any comments about what we've said or how
We
you
agree,
feel,
disagree.
please leave a comment. I'm obsessed with this book and I can't wait to finish
It's such
Insurgent.
a good series. If you haven't read
Yes.
it, definitely pick it up.
You need to. Anyway.
I'm reading, what's it called? Ruby Red right now, and I will be finished soon, and then Kids will
Gonna
read it,
sneeze.
and then we'll probably make a sneeze. Just sneeze, do it.
It's gone.
Okay. And then we'll
Anyway.
talk about it. Okay, bye
Bye
guys!
guys.